If you run your construction business with the help of a regular accountant, there is something that probably you are not getting right. Your numbers could be okay, could seem fine, but at a deeper analysis, something could be wrong. My name is Luciano and I am an accountant and tax preparer that specializes for businesses in the construction industry. I help on a daily basis dozens of entrepreneurs like you that run businesses in the construction industry. And I'm here to tell you that you really do need a specialist to succeed and understand better your business. There are several points that make a construction business so special and so different than other retail businesses. Okay, so one of the complexity that we have is locations. We rarely run our business in one location, so even if we have a warehouse, office, we do have several jobs going on at the same time in several locations, so everything has to be analyzed. The costs for the same service are going to be different if the distance is different, if the location is different, if the state is different. So location is one of the reasons why in the construction industry you have to pay attention to the cost tracking, something that you don't have to do in other businesses. Another reason why you should hire a specialist for your bookkeeping and taxes is billing. So the billing process for a construction business is different. You never invoice at the end of the service. You probably are invoicing before, so you get a payment up front and then stage by stage you get paid, you invoice your client. So that's another unique aspect of the construction businesses. So the way you get paid makes another big difference in the cash flow management. So everybody knows that if you have a construction business, you know that you have a lot of challenges when it comes to cash flow. So this is another reason why you need a specialist to manage and to understand your cash flow, to understand if you have enough money in the bank, and to understand if your business is not only profitable but healthy. We were talking about different projects and different locations. So one of the main characteristics of the financial analysis on a construction business is that the profit should never be analyzed throughout the year on the company. So the revenue is going to be a good indicator, but is not one of the best and most important key performance indicator for a small to average construction business. So what we have to do on a monthly basis is analyze the profitability for each project that you got. So every time you finish a job, you have to understand if the job was profitable. And if the job is big, you should understand step by step, stage by stage, if the job that you are running is profitable. And if it's not, you as a business owner, you have to understand what to do. Should I go on? Should I stop? Should I sit down and talk again with my client about the conditions? So the profit analysis for a construction business is very different. And it's very important to run analysis project by project. And also something very important, since most of the construction companies are working B2B, so business to business. You probably have more than one job in a year for the same client. So you can run profit and loss statements for clients. And through this tool, you can understand what clients are really profitable and what clients you should fire, because maybe you have a client that is giving you jobs consistently and you see a lot of revenue coming from this client, but you should run some profit analysis only on this client to understand if the other clients are better or not, and to understand how to invest your advertising money as well. Talking about the cash flow, there is another limitation, another challenge for entrepreneurs starting in the construction industry. And the problem is that sometimes you don't get a job. So either because your business is season related, so you work more in the summertime, or because you have issues in your selling process. So sometimes even if you try hard, you don't get a new job for maybe 1 month. So one of the key analysis that you have to run for your contractor business is to understand how long can you survive without money coming in. So have a very clear understanding of your overhead, of your fixed costs, and understand how long can you survive without a new job. Can you survive 3 weeks? Can you survive 2 months? What should you do when you need somebody to help you? When you think about hiring somebody, can you hire somebody like an employee, or you should better start only with subcontractors? So external professionals that you pay, and you do the 1099 at the end of the year. So this is another very important point that you have to analyze. Can you hire somebody? Can you pay payroll, wages, or you should better focus on contractors for the first couple of years? So those are some of the most important aspects that you have to keep in mind when you run a construction business. And your accountant should do the same as well. So if you have a construction business, if you are a contractor and you're looking for an accountant, please make sure to hire a specialist. Never ever work with a regular accountant, because you, or to better say, your accountant could have some problems understanding the complexity of a business in the construction industry. So if you feel ready to hire a specialist in your own industry, go ahead and visit my website, ecosnumbers.com. Fill the form and I will send you in 48 hours a preliminary quote for your bookkeeping and tax preparation service. In addition to that, we will schedule a call where we will be meeting each other, knowing each other, and you will tell me about your business. So I can wait to work with you. Bye.